Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. We are still in the Sacred Stair. Mainly we are on the top of the Tower of the Spire of Soul Seers. And yeah, we will talk to the people here. In the last episode we wanted to help them, but we were massively underpowered and died 2 times before I decided that we're not doing it now. Do I have the quest here as well? Because no, it seems like not. Okay, I hope I don't forget about this quest then. Let's talk to Kedman Azo.
Watcher, what a surprise to see you again.
Beneath a familiar pointed nose, Kedman Azo's grin achieves a careful balance between polite and sneering. His once round face has grown gaunter since you last saw him.
If the rioters in Defiance Bay knew he was here, they'd be on the next boat to Deadfire, with a cargo, a rope, and torches.
Yeah.
I see we've all moved up in the world, haven't we? I assume you're here to raise the tower. No? Smash the machines then? Relieve yourself all over the diagrams?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, it would be too much to hope that you'd remember me. Why trouble yourself when my work at the Brackenberry Sanitarium was only at the very forefront of scientific advancement? It's too much to ask that the man who worked tirelessly to cure the Direwoods Hollowborn crisis might merit remembering.
Of course I remember you. I'm just saying that I don't know why you think I'm disturbing everything. It's not the case. At least not that I think.
Well, you are forgiven. My circumstances have changed greatly, as you can see. We do fine work here. Not as personally fulfilling as my time in the sanitarium, but exciting in its way. The Huana have a much more forward-thinking stance on the sciences, so it's easier to find volunteers. Of which you are the latest, I hear. I look forward to working with you.
Mm-hmm. Stay out of trouble, Azo.
Always.
He turns away with a final half-hearted wave of dismissal. Anyways, Ydwin? A steady white-haired elf frowns down at a table covered in coiled copper, wires, and glimmering shards of Ardra. Her gloved hands smooth her well-tailored Valian coat as she mumbles under her breath. Apparently absorbed in her work, the Animancer doesn't acknowledge your presence. Clear your throat. The woman spins on you, blinking rapidly behind a pair of brass-rimmed spectacles. Her bright carmine eyes and paper-white skin mark her as one of the Glamfelon.
Hello, my apologies. I didn't see you there.
Her Aediran bears a clear, crisp, but difficult-to-play accent. The pale elf examines you warily, unease clear in the set of her shoulders. Are you alright?
I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be?
One of her pale eyebrows arches. She tugs at her gloves and looks away from you. Calm settles about her like a burial shroud.
Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do.
Uh-huh. Inside too, she settles her spectacles on her nose. As she does so, you notice her hands shaking.
I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies?
Her thin lips settle into a crooked smile. As she speaks, a drop of blood rolls out of the elf's nose and drips onto her lips. She pulls a handkerchief from her coat pocket and wipes away the blood without a word. You're bleeding.
Indeed. I apologize if you find the sight of blood unsettling. Though, from your appearance, I would expect you to be well acquainted with it.
It's not a problem.
In any case, why are you here?
I'm not attacking. How do you come to be in Nekataka?
It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked passage.
Inside 6. Though her words are flat and her voice effectless, Ydwin is not calm. She shifts her weight from foot to foot and looks anywhere but at your face. She has the restless, nervous air of a horse about to bolt.
I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea.
I know of no animancy that must be done strictly at sea.
A fellow researcher? Then perhaps you will understand.
She steeples her fingers and gives you a sly smile. I'm not going to like where this is going, am I?
I've long been fascinated by the nature of entropy. Nothing is unaffected by the passage of time, excepting souls. Supposedly.
She smirks.
Is it not possible that repeated reincarnation damages a soul? Could the process of reincarnation itself be responsible for some of the many ills that plague the souls of Kith? I deduced that it was possible to escape the cycle. Escape Bareth's grasp. To remove one's soul from the wheel.
I'm afraid that went right over my head.
I suppose I was wrong to expect more from you.
She heaves a great sigh and straightens her cravat. Accent is Valian. Why are you dressed... Accent isn't Valian. Why are you dressed like one?
Just a bit of culture I've picked up along the way.
Her clothing is spotless and well-tailored in the old Valian style, repeat with lace, silk velvet and brocade.
I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in The White That Wends.
As she straightens the cuff of her jerkin, a small look of satisfaction flits across her face. Well, that's marvelous. Who's your tailor?
I am, of course.
She puts her hands on her hips and straightens her back. You're an animancer and a seamstress?
A curious mind is an agile mind. Besides, the two practices are more alike than one might think.
Metaphysics? I suppose they do both require careful hands and an obsessive attention to detail.
Care and patience, yes. It is gratifying to be understood.
She brushes a speck of dust from the front of her coat and gives you a lopsided smile. And what do you study?
Many things. Currently, an unusual variety of Adra. It seems to exist only here, among the isles and waters of the Deadfire.
She lifts a small vial of shimmering bluish Adra, peering into it with her carmine eyes.
There's a strange, almost melancholy beauty to the substance. I believe there is more to it than others know.
Stop dancing around my question and tell me what's going on.
If you insist.
She takes a step back at your sudden request and clears her throat.
With the aid of a device of copper and Adra, I have uncoupled my soul from my body, freeing myself of Bareth's wheel. I belong only to myself now.
Pride girds her voice. I commend your dedication to your craft.
You... do?
She shakes her head and brows drawn. Well, I mean, I don't want it for myself, but I can understand why you want to do this.
Perhaps you would be amenable to me traveling with you, on something of a permanent basis?
She cringes. Well, what can you do for me?
This blade is not merely for show.
Okay, her fingers graze the basket hilt of the rapier slung at her side.
There are no end of swordsmen in the Deadfire, though, right? I, however, possess some little sway over the minds of others.
She grins wolfishly. Actually, we have a cipher already, but I have no problem with having some substitute. And, sometimes. And why do you want to travel with me?
I have a vested interest in luminous Adra, but acquiring it here can be expensive.
Well, you find it, we found it very convenient that we're looking for Adra as well.
You have a ship of your own and are clearly well-traveled. I suspect I would encounter more luminous Adra with you than I would on the streets of Nekataka.
That's true. Welcome aboard, then.
Truly?
She blinks, her mouth hanging half open.
We should discuss the sleeping arrangements.
I noticed what she is, and take her in anyways. You know, the blood gave her a bit away. She's a vampire.
Whoa, you sure about that?
Vampire, actually, what it's called in Era.
I just know we're gonna be the best of friends.
She is oblivious. Jody thrusts her hand out to enthusiastically shake Ydwin's.
Just what we be needing around out the collection. Another uptight, bookish sort.
She glances at Aloth.
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful.
Thaklat, an Orgioma expression of gratitude. She clasps your hand in hers, pumps it quickly and releases. After a quick power down of the various pockets sewn into her coat, Ydwin nods sharply and rests a hand on the hilt of her rapier.
I have all that I need. You may depart at your leisure.
Her lips curl into a coy little smile and she says no more. Okay. Let me see. I'm pretty sure that we make her Mindstalker. I've written it down, of course. Ydwin, Mindstalker, yes. She's going to be a Mindstalker. Scythe and Rogue. Yep. And I'm sorry,
I'll
Seraphin,
be
but
shoving off then, Cap.
she is the crowd controller that we need instead of you then. Now we have to level her up. Ydwin is going to have stealth, sleight of hand, insight, metaphysics. Okay. Sleight of hand, stealth, insight, and metaphysics. Insight. Then this, of course, this is the Whisper of Treason is the one thing that we need most at the beginning. Then stealth, sleight of hand, stealth, sleight of hand, insight, and metaphysics. Next, Valorous Echoes, Antipathetic Filed, and Antipathetic, whatever. Soul Shock, Tedious Grasp, Eye Strike. Let's go for Eye Strike. Or we could go for something here. Penetrating Vision. Lingering Echoes. Arm Sparer. Let's go for Lingering Echoes. Sleight of hand. And here Insight. Then we can go for Phantom Foes, maybe? Recall Agony. Amplified Thrust. Mental Binding. Let's go for Mental Binding here, yeah. And, oh yeah, we could actually go for Rogue some stuff now. Crippling Strike, Smoke Veil. What is Smoke Veil? The rogue creates a small cloud of smoke that hides their presence for a short time. Oh yeah, that sounds actually quite nice. I'm not sure what she's using. Is she just using one sword and nothing else in the other hand? Maybe? One-handed style it would be then. Backstab. Raw damage. Defensive roll. Fast runner. Let's go for the defensive roll first. And then... oh yeah, is this a rapier? Oh yeah, it's a rapier. And she can use daggers as well. Let's give her then sword, saber, stiletto, swords. Let's go for saber as well. Yeah, she's just using that one, nothing else. Next, stealth, metaphysics. And maybe we'll go for something here now. Yeah, I think so. And the last level up, sleight of hand, insight. And here... what do we have on the rogue tree? I think one-handed style would be nice. While wielding a single one-handed weapon, some of the attacker's hits are converted to crits, yeah. Let's see about her. Yep, as I thought. And her armor is light armor with a rating of 3. Do I have some armor here that maybe would be helpful for you? Okay, well, principy clothing, but that's not what she should wear, I think. Yeah, she's kind of cute, I would say. If she wasn't a vampire, you can see in her eyes actually that she's a vampire. Although some games have vampire eyes in yellow, so I don't know. Could have been something else. Sorry, no, not doing that. Doesn't have any... hey! Doesn't have any usefulness. And it looks ugly, so I'm not going to give that to her. Alright then, let's see about our... yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I'm not going to do that now, not even with her. It's too strong, it's too difficult yet to do this. At Adir clothing. I just want to see how it looks like on you if you would wear Adir clothing. Holy hell, this looks like a Roman a bit. You can keep the Valiant clothing, it fits you more, it suits you more. Alright, now since that is done, I really have to remember to come back here. A note is scrawled into the margin between diagrams. Increase current lightning. Because we didn't get a quest here for this, right? Yeah. I really have to remember to come back. The painted masks. Investigate the look enough. Cornet's Call. Lantern of Gone. Yeah, this is all something else. So yeah, let's go down. Maybe I'll be remembered by Ydwin's presence that I still have that quest open. Alright. We still have to check out the Temple of Barath down here. Oh, and there's something else down there.
It's so scary.
So you defeated this ship-devouring beast all by yourself?
I'm telling you, you just have to aim for the eyes.
Can't take this. What is this? This tree, its roots digging deep into rock and bricks, hangs over the ledge of the precipice. Below, an open tomb clings to the sheer walls of the cliff. Peer over the precipice. The precipice drops hundreds of feet into the lower districts of Nekataka. Strong winds assail the cliff, whistling as they crash against its rock. A few yards below, the edge of an open tomb rests on them. I'm not going to go there now. Can we actually... yeah, we can see down here. The winds whip violently along the cliffs below, carrying the sound of them rustling with them. We can also open this one here. A massive door looms before you. The edges are sealed so tight not a breath of air escapes them. Religious runes sprawl the length, carved deeply into pitted stone. You recognize the runes as a memento mori, depicting the inevitability of death and the immortality of the soul. Metaphysics? No. Deadfire Archipelago. Okay. The door shudders and groans at your approach. Inspect the door. Well, her, of course. She is the only one who has religion. Success. An elaborate etching spans the stone's width, carved faintly beneath several runes. It depicts a small crowd praying to a pair of giant eels that have coiled above a large door. An Almara priest holds a disc near to the door's face. A religious artifact blasted by Barath is likely necessary to open this entryway. Okay. Can I inspect it more? Oh no, it's just the same thing, alright. Well, we can climb down here and open it. I guess it will be the same one. Rope and grappling hook. Secure rope and grappling hook to the tree. You tie the grappling hook around the trunk of the tree. A couple of firm tugs convince you that it'll withstand your weight as you climb down. Alright. Descend to the tomb's opening. You grab the rope, planting your feet on the edge of the precipice, and begin your descent. Gusts of wind sway you from side to side, forcing you to tightly grip the rope. It digs into your skin with every move. Despite the effort, your group proves their excellent conditioning. Everyone manages to reach the tomb's opening without exertion. You stand on the narrow edge of the tomb's entrance, its passage leading into darkness. Your rope dangles from the tree above. Look inside the passage. Light filters inside just enough to illuminate entombed skeletons resting in alcoves hollowed out from the rocky walls of the cavern. The stone-slab floor appears to have been laid hundreds of years ago. Ahead, the passage disappears into darkness. Follow the passage into the tomb. You follow the passage. The winds rage outside, yet the air of the tomb doesn't stir, stale and heavy. Steps carved on the rock descends deep into the mountain. You walk down the steps, every stride echoing through the cavernous passage. Skeletal remains poke out of niches on the walls, lining up the way until the steps land into a narrow corridor. You stand before a hallway. Its columns frame dozens of tombs hollowed into the rock. Cubbyholes line the walls. Skeletal remains litter every alcove and spill onto the stone slabs that tile the floor. Inspect the hallway. You carefully scan the corridor and focus on every detail. Skeletal remains, probably dislodged from their cubbyholes over centuries, litter the edges of the walls, judging by an emblem etched on the stones of the tombs. Members of the same clan or group lie buried here. And with perception, a faint sparkle catches your eye. Under a pile of bones collapsed inside an alcove, you discern something glittering. It seems to be within easy reach. You stand before a hallway. Retrieve the glittering object from the tomb. You reach inside the cubby hole, digging into the pile of bones and stones. Your fingers touch something cold, its surface smooth as glass. You grab it, surprised at its weight, and pull it out to reveal a large ruby resting on the palm of your hand. You have gained an item, a ruby. You stand before a hallway, cross the hallway and continue. You stand in a dark, narrow cavern. The path ahead twists in its descent. Continue down the twisting cavern. You continue onwards, following the turns on the path with careful but sure stride. As you round a bend, a drift of cold air announces the end of the narrow passage. Its exit appears ahead, flanked by half-interred bodies. You step out into an enormous cavern, its walls and sharp cliffs riddled with tombs leading into places unknown. Okay, the hanging soul poachers.
Keep it down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're supposed to be here already. I can't see. Okay, skeletons. That means I can't use pistols. Because obviously penetration doesn't work with them, and my pistols are just good for that. Good that we don't have Seraphin with us. Let me go and check out if we are able to fight this thing.
Whoa, whoa, look.
Several, actually. Right?
Trouble up ahead.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. A risen champion. Let's go back a bit. I would like to have, like, not come into the deepest thick of it, if possible. I mean, we can still try, but if we have another fight which is like way too strong for us, and we're dying again, then I'm feeling a bit, you know, pissed about this game. And it's not like, yeah, I just don't like it that much. What the heck? They're not really finding me? That is weird. Maybe they should come a bit closer. Okay. And for you as well, apart from you.
Show them how it's done!
Yeah. Okay. That was easier than I thought it would be. They have to go on the Risen Champion, while you will have to go for this one. Oh, where did they come from now? Ydwin. Shite. I wasn't expecting her to be having that much trouble. Could you maybe use your power to be invisible? Okay, that is helpful. But Alof is having some problems. Okay. Another risen soldier, holy hell, we're in trouble here. I wasn't expecting them. Yeah, well.
I won't go down so easily.
God damn it. It's not a big problem with one of them, but we are all having to fight them all now. There's so many of them. So many of them is the problem.
They'll naked us both!
That is the big problem here, that there are so many of them. And now they are only risen champions? Yeah. It seems like those smaller skeletons are easy to defeat, but the risen ones, they are too strong. Yeah. For fuck's sake, and I thought I would have another fight which I can actually beat.
I see a soul in the darkness. One ready for raping.
Yeah, this is getting annoying a bit, because I would really like to have a fight that I can win sometimes. Okay, maybe we can go around them, that's something. Sacred Stair. If we don't actually have to fight any of them, that would be... well, that would be amazing. Okay, I'm currently having the bow with me, that's good.
Isn't this something?
Oh, hell. Tomb. Let's just hope that the skeleton in there won't come out. Holy hell. Exceptional maze. Fine large shield and gauntlets of discipline. +2 max discipline. Fight abilities require and consume discipline. Yes. There's something for you. And the rest goes into stash. But I would like to go around and try to disarm this trap, because it might give me experience.
And what do we have? Watch and learn.
Yes. Okay, it doesn't give me experience, but at least I'll be able to do this. A risen soldier, another one. I doubt I'll be able to defeat one of them on its own, but I could try. If it's just one of them, maybe it'll be doable.
This calls for a subtle touch. There.
Okay, exceptional medium shield. Maybe something Adair could use. Heater. Accuracy, okay. It's just more shield deflection, but why not then? Okay, let's wait for him to come closer and then we attack. Okay.
I'll teach you a lesson.
And here.
That hardly seems fair.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, right, because I'm not using a pistol, I can only use it once. With a pistol, the wounding shot would be usable twice. I would like to get out of the engagement now, but she's already in it, and she will get hit badly if I am not careful now. Wait a second. Overwhelms the target's mental ability to communicate with its own body and cause its souls to emit a shockwave that can leave nearby enemies immobilized. Nearby enemies, okay. Then it's fine. I am not so much into trouble right now.
Now that's never.
Is he immobilized? Yes, he's mobilized. Immobilized, perfect. Can I use it again? Nope. Okay, well. What do I have here? Sympathy for the lost. And this, okay, not so big of a deal. Can you use... yeah, this.
Show 'em how it's done.
Missed? You missed it? Oh, come on. Let's try again. This hit, but he didn't fall down, okay. Okay, if it's just one of them, we are able to defeat it. Just have to... well, as soon as I get my ascended status, we'll be able to do this. Smoke veil for you, so that you're not getting hit.
I'll teach you a lesson.
I'll just have to try
Never
something
you
else.
mind that miss. I'll land the next one.
Okay, I'm ready for my next attack here. Should I go for this? 15 to 23 damage. This is actually better right now. Let's put it on Jyoti. Why not? Yep. And once again. Unless he dies in the middle. Okay, that's done. It's easier if it's just one of them. Exceptional sword, meaning exceptional breastplate. Maybe that's something someone could use. Who is wearing medium armor? Are you wearing medium? Yes. So let me see if that one might be better for you. If I compare those two. Yeah, it has a higher armor rating. Slash and shock, it has... okay. And it doesn't look too bad on him, I must say. Anything that is upgradable? Yeah, this one here. I don't want to use any money though, that's the problem. Because we need the money for other things. 1000, yeah, that's the problem here. Yeah, I'll have to wait. Because we don't have enough money to afford this right now. I would also like to buy a new, better... a better ship, if possible. He's keeping the light armor. What would the principy clothing look like on you? Actually not so bad. It looks more like piratey. Maybe I'll keep this one for later, when you can switch to a pirate outfit.
Yeah?
Alright. Nope, I don't want to rest. I want to stealth again.
Be right there.
I would like to end the episode at this point and continue next time. And we'll explore this a bit more. I see the trap. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Until then, bye bye.